No one wants to be in a relationship where their emotional investment isn't reciprocated. We all seek genuine connections, where our feelings are understood and valued. A healthy relationship should be a two-way street, full of trust, mutual respect, and shared experiences. When things feel one-sided, it can lead to feelings of isolation, neglect, and even heartbreak. However, spotting signs a guy is using you emotionally isn't always straightforward. While some signs might be as clear as day, others can be more subtle, quietly gnawing away at your confidence and leaving you isolated. This is why understanding these signs earlier on can spare you a lot of heartache and emotional neglect. What does it mean for a guy to use you emotionally? When a guy uses you emotionally, it means he's deriving emotional support, validation, or benefits from you without genuinely investing or reciprocating those feelings in the relationship. It can manifest in several ways, like him seeking your attention and care only during his low moments but being distant when you need support, or constantly talking about his issues without showing interest in yours. Essentially, it's a one-sided dynamic where the emotional give and take is imbalanced, often leaving you feeling drained or undervalued. In this video, we are going to show you 10 signs a guy is using you emotionally. If you are new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos. And comment down below "I subscribed," so we can welcome you. Let's start. Number 1. He's only around during the good times. There's a particular pattern you may notice: he's always there for fun times, but suddenly unavailable when you need emotional support. A truly caring person will be by your side through thick and thin. If he keeps disappearing when you're going through a rough patch, that could be a red flag. Consistency is key in any relationship. That is the foundation on which trust is built. If you find that his presence is conditional and based solely on the appeal of the situation, you are dealing with someone who is using you for their own emotional gain. They enjoy highs and lows but aren't there to weather the storms with you. Number 2. He avoids deep conversations. You try to dive into deeper topics, but he quickly changes the subject, and you've noticed that this is a consistent pattern. Real relationships thrive on deep connections that come from intimate conversations about dreams, fears, and aspirations. Sometimes it can feel like you're talking to a wall. You express your feelings and he redirects them. What differentiates lasting relationships from lasting relationships are deep connections. If he doesn't want to get into serious topics and is only interested in surface-level interactions, it shows a lack of real investment in the relationship. This means that he is only in it for the emotional benefits he receives without needing to provide any emotional input. Number 3. He rarely initiates contact. Whether it's a text, a call, or planning a meeting, it always seems to reach you. Everyone has busy phases in life, and if you constantly feel like you're chasing him for attention, it could be a sign that he's taking your emotional investment for granted. In fact, in the beginning, the imbalance may not be so obvious, but over time you'll notice a pattern: your effort to keep the relationship alive is far greater than his. This type of imbalance can leave you feeling exhausted and undervalued. You deserve someone who values your time and energy and reciprocates your efforts. A genuinely interested person will want to be a part of your life. They will ask about your day, show curiosity about your feelings, and most importantly, they will try. Number 4. He only talks about himself. You've heard his day, his problems, and his dreams in vivid detail, but when it's your turn to share, he seems disinterested. Feeling like you're more of an emotional dump than a partner. Such behavior may indicate that someone is more interested in meeting their emotional needs without reciprocating. A relationship should involve mutual sharing and listening. Everyone deserves to be heard, valued, and acknowledged for their feelings. If the conversations are mainly one-sided, he is often centered, which could suggest that he is using the relationship primarily for emotional validation. Number 5. Your gut tells you something's off. Sometimes, it's not about the glaring red flags, it's about the subtle cues that make you feel uneasy. Your intuition, that inner voice, may be prompting you that the emotional balance in the relationship is out of whack. Although there is no concrete evidence, it is essential to listen to that voice. Your feelings are valid. There may be times when you can't put your finger on what's wrong, but you feel some discomfort or dissatisfaction. This can be your intelligence on the odds in the way he interacts with you. If you feel that he is using you emotionally, it is worth talking to him. Number 6. He's hot and cold. One day, he's all over you with love, and the next, he's distant and unresponsive. These moods are not merely occasional, they are a pattern that keeps you on your toes, always wondering where you stand with him. It's natural to have mood swings, but constant inconsistencies in his behavior can make you feel unstable in the relationship. It can be exhausting, and it suggests that he's manipulating the dynamic to keep you tied down, fulfilling his emotional needs regardless of the harm it causes you. Number 7. He avoids introducing you to his inner circle. You have shared your world with him, but he seems reluctant to do so. Months go by and you still haven't met his close friends or family. Relationships thrive on intimacy and shared experiences, but he seems to keep a clear boundary, preventing him from getting too close to you. Introducing a partner to close friends and family is a sign of commitment and trust. It signals the desire to fully integrate into a person's life. But he seems to keep you at arm's length, and you question the depth of his commitment. If he's hesitant or evasive about it, it means he doesn't want a long-term future with you. He may be protecting his world, using the relationship for temporary emotional comfort without any real intentions. Number 8. You often feel like an option, not a priority. Despite your best efforts, you've probably pushed yourself down his priority list. Whether it's last-minute cancellations or his lack of persistence in planning things together, you can't shake the feeling that you're not essential to him. Appreciation and respect are fundamental. Everyone has commitments and obligations, and it can be discouraging to continually be treated as an afterthought. You want him to feel loved, not something he'll only turn to when it's convenient. Every relationship requires some level of effort and commitment. It's about taking time and showing the other person that they matter. If you often find yourself sidelined or taken for granted, it could be a sign that he's taking advantage of the relationship without really appreciating your presence. Number 9. He's secretive about his personal life. Everyone values privacy, and he seems overly guarded about sharing details of his life with you. Basic information seems shrouded in mystery, leaving you feeling disconnected and out of the loop. Of course, no one is obligated to share every detail, but consistently skipping questions or being vague can be a red flag. It not only makes you question his intentions, but also hinders the development of the relationship. In a true bond, the sharing is mutual. It allows both parties to understand, connect, and grow together. But the secret wall seems insurmountable with him. It could indicate that he is keeping the relationship on the surface, leaning on you for emotional comfort, but not really letting you in. Number 10. Your achievements are downplayed. You are happy with your achievements and naturally want to share them, but every time you do, he dismisses them or diverts the conversation. Instead of being your biggest cheerleader, he seems indifferent or dismissive. Big and small victories should be celebrated. In a loving relationship, your joy is his joy, but instead you're met with a vague response or, worse, a hint of jealousy. It feels like he doesn't want to share your happiness. Feeling like your accomplishments are undervalued can be hurtful and discouraging. Reluctance to see you shine could be an indication that he is using the relationship to boost his ego.